Hey there, I'm going to show you how to make incredible thumbnails in Canva that can get you millions of views, and I'm going to do it using this thumbnail here that I've got in Canva. This thumbnail has currently got 5.3 million views. It's on Ali Abdaal's channel, if you know him. He has 4.7 million subscribers, and I'm his full-time YouTube channel producer. So I have made the majority of the thumbnails in the last year, and this is his 7th most popular video of all time. So I'm going to show you how I made it in Canva, because this is where I made it. And we're just going to get straight into it. So I'm going to go up here, and we have a blank page. And I have these two photos on the left of Ali. So I took these myself, standing over Ali in bed. We kind of tried to make it look nice, get the lighting good. And we took these two photos, and you can see that in one photo, he on the left has like his closed eyes and stuff, looks a bit tired, and then on the other side looks a little bit more awake and open. And so we took these two photos with this kind of concept in mind, with this before and after in mind. We'd seen it work on YouTube elsewhere, so we thought we'd test it out. And so I'm just going to zoom out a bit so I can see what I'm getting towards here. But it's not as complicated as you might think. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, you know, I might even get rid of this one for now and put this somewhere in the middle, and then just drag it out. Doesn't even need to be in the middle at this point. So where roughly, that's about right. Yeah, got a little bit of t-shirt in there, that looks fine. Maybe bring it down a touch, zoom it back in a touch, like that. How much hair is showing? Yeah, about there. And you can see, actually I'm going to go a tiny bit in a bit just to make it really accurate. And I'm going to move it that way a little bit. So now we have this image here, and I'm going to bring the other one on top. So this one. And I'm going to drag it sort of halfway, roughly, and then kind of place it here, make it a lot bigger, and try and just sort of make it fit somehow. Might take a second to get this to look good. Feel free to watch this at 2x speed. Okay, I'm also going to, I'm going to go into elements, elements here, get a line, just like actually I'm going to get a rectangle for the middle thing. In here, and I'm just going to kind of get that in the middle of the thumbnail. I'm going to zoom in by using Command and my zoom on my mouse. Like this. Okay, I'm going to make it white. Bit fiddling around here, but this is the process. So I need to make this a lot thinner. Okay, I think that's about as thin as I can make it. It's about the right same size as the other one. Cool. Why don't we put this in the middle, because that would make sense. Okay, so you can see when this like red line comes up, that it's like, you can see it very faintly just on the left there, that I know it's in the middle. So could have done that at the start. I'm just going to get that to line up on that side. That to line up on that side. Is that quite right? Maybe not. Looks pretty close. Okay, so now we've done that. Now we've lined it up. I might just move that tiny bit down. Okay, so now we've done that, I'm going to adjust the coloring and do the text. So why don't we do the coloring first? I believe what I did, click edit photo, adjust, and I'm just going to make this, gosh, my face is quite bright, isn't it? I'm going to make this a lot sort of darker and less, maybe contrast didn't change. Let's play around with these to just see what makes it look worse. I know that I increased the clarity quite a bit. I'm going to take away the saturation. That was the main thing. Make it look a bit dark. And Yeah, that's already not, that's a lot better. Just play around with these, just make it look, how do I make him look kind of like he's ill, almost? Do I want a little bit of that? Yeah, and then we need to make the other side just look a lot better, a lot more healthy, and a lot like more vibrant. Bring out the vibrance. Contrast, a touch, highlights, a touch, shadows. So you can see when you zoom out on a YouTube thumbnail, you can see that it looks a lot different. So you can actually kind of really, this is obviously not what you do if you're editing a photo, but you can really like ramp up these settings to make it look good. I'm just focusing on his face at the moment. I'm going to come to his the background, the pillow, in a second. I think his face looks quite good, maybe even better than the original, to be honest. I like this contrast. I think it looks good. Okay, I am going to do, now what I'm actually going to do is I am going to duplicate this, and then I'm just going to detach this background image, detach image from background, and I'm just going to remove the background. Wait for that to remove. Okay, nice. Remove background. Cool. So I'm going to send it to the back, and then I'm just going to readjust it into the right place, and then I'm going to play around with the pillow color just to make that pop a bit more as well. Okay, I'm just going to make him fit, make him look the same. Still a bit too small. I'm just going to bring this in so I can just still see it. Is that, and then I sometimes delete it just to see if how the size differs. So if I press delete on this, then I can see what the under layer looks like. Okay, this one's a little bit too big now. It's a little bit higher. Oh, no, the other way. That one's just a tiny bit bigger, the under layer. So I'm just filling around here. Trying to get it to, I want these top corners, but why can't I get those? There we go. It's really hard to figure out if it's supposed to be bigger or smaller. I think it's supposed to be smaller. Okay, I think that looks pretty good though. Okay, let's leave that there. And then I'm going to drag this in a bit so I can just click on the background. And I'm going to adjust the color here. I'm just going to increase the temperature, I think, to make that pillow a little bit bluer, just to make it even nicer on the left-hand side. Maybe that blue. No, I don't want the brightness too much. That's where that blue comes from if we get rid of this one in the original. So look, now it's looking pretty similar. We've actually got a bit, I can tell we've got a bit more a valley like that compared to the original. Okay, nice. Now we're going to finish off with some text. So, oops, gone on to the other one. Let's add it. Oh. Let's go before. Put it over here. And let's go after. Put it over here. So all capitals. Okay, so the font that we use generally, or in a lot of our videos, is Inter or circular on a lot of Ali's, videos. So I'm going to put it in Inter, and then I'm going to make it, I'm going to make this yellow one, this one on the left yellow. Let's just find out the best yellow. Yeah, maybe that's the right one. I'm going to make it a bit bigger. Something like that. I might just make it a little bit smaller to match the other one. Okay, that's about right. That's what that is. Get into place. 65.2, so I'm going to make that 65.2 as well, just so that they're exactly the same size and they're exactly aligned. They're in the middle now. Make this one white, and then I'm going to make them both pop by highlighting them both, clicking on effects, and then clicking on shadow, and then ramping up the blur, ramping up the transparency, and then turning the color to black. And that is basically how you do it. That's what this thumbnail. This top one is actually even maybe slightly better than the original. So I might even change this one and actually make this the real thumbnail, because it is. I've done it slightly better second time around. Because I've just got a bit more experience, I guess. But yeah, that is how you make thumbnails in Canva. They get millions of views. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you'd like to see any more videos about anything else in the future to do with thumbnails in Canva, how to make different types of thumbnails, or just anything about YouTube in general. I'm going to be making lots of videos here, just like this, nice and simple, unfiltered YouTube advice. Yeah, thanks for watching.